What's going on, beautiful people? Yes, I am back again. It is your girl Pamela Pacheco, aka Pam the Plug. We are doing a series with our mental health matters panelists for this weekend. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, it is okay. It is our third annual Mental Health Matters Symposium. And this year's theme is You Are Not Alone. And I'm excited, like I am for each and every single not only event or mastermind or things that I do, because I see the tangible results in people, right? I get the stories, I get the messages, I get the calls after, and I hear the impact, I hear the transformation that took place in people's hearts, in people's minds, but above all, in their lives. And that's really what it's about. It's about changing lives. And this young man I met out and about in the Tampa Bay community, Mr. Donald Lewis, he's absolutely just an incredible soul. To know Donald is to absolutely love and appreciate him. And I'm honored to be joined by him. Not only is he a mental health professional, a leader, an advocate for personal growth, healing, resilience, impact, entrepreneur, leader, Donald is someone who understands the importance of mindset, the importance of emotional intelligence as a man, as a woman, but really as a man, right? Perseverance, showing up with purpose in both business and life. And in this conversation, we're going to dive into mental health, leadership, overcoming adversity, and just real conversations that people often avoid having, especially as career professionals, entrepreneurs, and leaders just navigating pressures behind the scenes. Please help me welcome my friend. You are going to love him if you already don't. And as you get to know him, Mr. Donald Lewis. Hi, Donald. How are you? Let me make sure. Hold on, I can't hear you. Here we go. All right. How you doing, brother? So good to
Good. How
have
you
you
doing?
on here with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Can you hear me okay and everything like that?
Yep, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Cool. 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 Cool.
Perfect.
Cool.
So I introduced you a little bit, but tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Absolutely. So first and foremost, thank you for having me, Pam. Always incredible. Even when I went to your conference last year, I was like, yeah, I got to be a part of this year. So I appreciate you having me. My name is Donald Lewis. I'm a registered clinical social worker. I practice as a substance abuse counselor for a alcohol and substance abuse treatment center. I'm also in private practice as well. I've been in the field of mental health and substance abuse for past about 6 years or so. So glad to be here.
Thank you so much for being here with us. And Donald, if you could tell people, you have been in social work for such a long time. And I love the fact that, we have a panel that is on healing, on navigating grief, on navigating reinvention. And so many times I think that people get it messed up, right? For lack of better words, when it comes to those things, and they think like, oh, it's easy to talk about that if you're a woman. It's easy to talk about that from a woman's perspective or a lady's lens. However, there is nothing greater than an emotionally intelligent man, right? An emotionally intelligent man, someone that not only has the awareness but that can recognize certain things, because I feel that we we need our men. And I'm not going to say I know that we need our men to be healthy, to be emotionally intelligent, but really to know that it's okay not to be okay, and it's okay to find your tribe and have these conversations. And if you could share, I'm excited to have you on this panel this Saturday, because I know you are going to bring so much value, wisdom, and personal insight. But if you could just share, like, why, what are your thoughts on why mental health matters? What does that mean to you? And what can people expect this Saturday?
Yeah, absolutely. So, the reason why mental health matters is simply because 90% of what we go through is mental, and only about 10% of it is actually physical or
Mm,
actually the actual situation that we're going through. So, our ability to be able to wrap our brains around things mentally and just the way in which we approach things gives us a greater chance of success or a greater chance of failure just by how we are approaching that mentally. So when we talk about why mental health matters and why mental health is important, it's important because that's the entire ball game. That's the start and the finish of the ball game. The
yeah,
actual work comes in based upon what it is that we're thinking, right? We talked a little bit about before we went on. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And we are
that's
to be
right.
transformed by the renewing of our minds. Those sorts of things. So um, our mental approach to everything is critically important. It's literally the beginning, and a lot of times can also be the end.
Absolutely. I agree. I couldn't agree more. And I think that's so important to just continuously raise awareness, right? And have these conversations, because I think that a lot of people, you know, they see things sometimes and they're like, oh, well, you know, it's on social media and I got to see it and it's fine. And I posted a quote and I got something from ChatGPT and I'm gonna do this, but it's like, nah, sis, nah, bro, that's not it, right? That's not it. That's not really where, you know, I would say is a good start in the right direction if you're using that tool to go seek professional help.
Sure.
Because, and I believe that these spaces is what creates these transformation in people's lives. So I'm so grateful and I'm so excited to have you join us this weekend. So tell people a little bit about, you know, what can they expect from you? Why should they be there on Saturday as we wrap up? Thank you, Donald.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it's going to be important to be there just simply because, like, you get the opportunity to really kind of talk to professionals that are actually in the field. So you just mentioned the idea of like social media, chat GPT, all of these sorts of things. There's actually some controversy going on right now with therapists or that kind of thing
Yeah.
when it comes to that. So actually having some people that are really there, that really actually work in the field, that really can answer your questions, that can um, really kind of expound on what it is that we do. Everybody has different perspective. Everybody has a different field of expertise. I think it's just to be a great time to really kind of learn and grow. And even this mixture of even mixing just, mental health with the idea of wellness, with the idea of faith and spirituality, and all of these things are critically important, right? One of the things that we
Absolutely.
know, at least according to research, is that the body all kind of works together. So when I talk to people about mental health, I try not to just talk about mental health. I try to talk about wellness as a whole because your
Yes,
physical
you do.
body plays a role in your mental health.
Oh yeah.
Your spiritual life plays a role in your mental health. The foods you're eating are playing a role in your mental health. Your financial well-being plays a role in your mental health. So
Oh
all
yeah.
of these things are kind of wrapped into one. And I think people get the opportunity to really kind of hear all of these perspectives. I think it'd be great for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I could not agree with you more. Thank you so much for joining in on the conversation. And thank you so much for just serving. I appreciate
Absolutely.
you. I know so many people are going to leave better than they came in on Saturday because of the conversation and the value that you are going to add along with all of our speakers. So thank you again. If there's anything that you want
Absolutely.
to leave that's on your heart as we wrap up, the floor is yours. I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to invite everybody out. Listen, come out May 30th. It's going to be fantastic. This Saturday, guys, you guys do not want to miss this. Again, it's going to be actual professionals in the room. Great networking event. Great time to meet people, get some of your questions answered, get to shake some hands, all that kind of stuff. I really feel like mental health is a critically important thing. And I don't think we get enough time to really kind of have these opportunities with professionals. So I like that idea of this going on. And thank you again, Pam.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I could not agree more. I was just talking about this. I was like, I'm excited I get to be in student mode. I'm excited that we have so many professionals, so many experts that are going to be able to do some of the hosting, do some of the emceeing so that I can just be in student mode as well because I'm excited to learn.
Mhm.
I'm excited to
Absolutely.
continuously keep growing and evolving. So thank you again, Donald. I'll see you on
You're welcome.
Saturday. Blessings on blessings. Appreciate you.
Likewise.
Guys, if you are not registered, ¿qué está esperando? What are you waiting for? Make sure you get registered for May 30th at our 30th annual Mental Health Matters Symposium. You are not alone, taking place at the beautiful Cuban Civic Club in Tampa, Florida. VIP doors open at 10 a.m. You do not want to miss it. See you then. Blessings.